So we've had this Shark IQ robot right here for well over a year now. I think it's almost been a year and a half or so. And I wanted to give you guys a full-on update this thing after 1 year of use. We use this thing at least once a week, usually more than once a week. And it has been a rock star for us, honestly. It does really well. I notice a lot of people in some of the other videos that I've done about it have had issues with mapping, or they've heard issues with the mapping. I have not had any issues with the mapping of the that the robot does. It seems to get the area that, we have different levels in the house. And so the area that it is positioned in, it made a correct map of that. Honestly, I don't really use the app that much. The only reason that I turn on the app is to change the suction setting, because you can put it on a max suction, so if I want a little bit of extra oomph, I'll do that. But otherwise, no issues with that whatsoever. This right here is the robot. It connects to the internet, obviously. If you have a smart home device, you can, program it to be able to just use your voice to be able to get it going. It does have a dustbin back here. We have a lot of leaves in the house because we have kids that track in all that junk on their shoes. And so I do notice that leaves will get stuck in the suction bin right here. So that's probably the hardest thing for us to be able to control, but it's just a matter of, getting the kids to brush the leaves off their shoes before they actually come in. As far as the wheels of this thing, they are fantastic. Hadn't had any issues with those. They roll around well. They don't get locked up on anything. I haven't had any issues with things getting stuck in the wheelbase right here as far as like hair or buildup or anything like that. So that's been great. The bumper on here has been great as well. Hadn't had any issues with the bumper messing up, getting stuck, stop working or anything. And same with the cliff sensors here. We've had a Roomba before, and the thing that goes out on the Roomba for us were these cliff sensors. It always thought that there was a cliff there. So what it would do is it'd do this dance where it just kind of dance in one spot as it tries to get away from the cliff. And so far, with 1 to 1.5 years of using this, we haven't had an issue. Honestly, the only issue that we've had so far is with these little brushes right here. Like, this one's good, this one's still fine, but the other one, it just broke because too much hair gets caught in there, and it adds too much tension, so eventually it just kind of fell off. So I just took it off. I need to order some more. I also like on this one how it has an on and off switch right here, because our 3-year-old sometimes decides, hey, let's go press the button over and over again. So I'm like, okay, I can deter that by just pressing it off, turning the whole thing off. As you can see, all the little lights went off right there. I can turn it back on, and then all the lights will kick back on. And so that's been great if you do have small kids in the house. One thing that I wish that they would change, actually, is the lights on the front here.
Let's get cleaning.
Let's get cleaning. I wish that they weren't blue. I'm not a fan of blue lights. I find them to just be too bright. And so if they were like more of an orangey or red or even a yellow type of color, I think that would be better. The dustbin, whenever you do need to, open it up, clean it out and that type of thing, haven't had any issues with that. You just simply press these things in, pull it out, and you're good to go. And then as far as the roll...
too close to a cliff. Please reposition me.
As far as the rollers are concerned, you just simply lift up this little guy right there. If you want to dust that off, you can. I've never done that before. And then this is your roller. My wife has long hair. My daughter has long hair. And I probably haven't cleaned this thing out in a couple of months. And so the hair makes its way to the middle of the roller, which is actually really nice because it still leaves all these brushes on the sides here free, so you don't have issues with it picking up, new debris once stuff gets on there. But whenever it comes to cleaning this thing off, it is super easy to use. This part right here on the end comes off, and because this is just so small, you can just simply either pull this to the side to get it to come off, but the easier way to do it is just simply take a pair of scissors and cut right here where the hair is, and then you can just simply take it off like that. Another issue with the Roomba that we had is that, this was with the black ones, it's like the 600 series Roombas, not the newer ones, but the hair would always get caught in this little area right here, and then you'd have to try and get your scissors down into here and cut it out. This pops off so easily. I'm always impressed by how easy that hair comes off of the end right there. And for whatever reason, there's no hair buildup on this side as well. So it does a really good job of hair control as far as getting it to go towards the middle. Easy to get the buildup that happens around this part and nothing building up right there. So I love that thing. Love that about this thing. Putting it back in, super easy to put in. Put your little nougat. Oop, I gotta put my little nougat on the side here, just like that. And then plop this on down right into the base there. And then put your door back on. And that's literally the maintenance right there. And that happens maybe once every 3 months or so. I'm probably due for it right now. Whenever you want it to dock, I noticed that it does take a long time for the thing to dock. Like, it seems like it would just be like, okay, I found it, let's dock, and it would dock. But it does this whole like little, I'm gonna demonstrate it for you guys so y'all can see it a little bit better, see it in action and know how this thing works. All right, dock. Let's test this dock. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna circle around, kind of find the sensors so that it will line up because it's wanting to dock. And once it does that, it says, oh, I found you. I'm gonna go slow to you. Give me some time, hang on. Okay, I found you, got you. You're right there, let me back up. Now we gotta turn around. Then we're gonna go forward, and then we're gonna go back. It kind of goes on at the side, and then it'll make its connection to the little tube that's back there. One thing that we have this textured ground right here with this brick look, so sometimes it does take a little second for it to get correct on there, but once it gets on there, it shuts off. And then after that, it takes a second, but it's going to do its suction thing. And that right there is the whole docking process in a whole. Like I said, just, you know, all that back and forward and all that type of stuff, it seems to be a little excessive, but usually you're not around whenever it's docking. Like, we put this thing going at night, it cleans up, it goes, it docks, we're in bed, we don't hear anything, doors are on, sound machines are on, and then it'll go, you know, it either continues cleaning if it was in the middle of a cycle, or it just stays there, docks, charges up, and we're good to go. As far as this canister is concerned, hadn't had any issues with that at all. This thing pops up so easily. Just simply press the button. Every now and again, you do want to clean out your filter. Looks like we're due for a little clean right there. And then whenever this thing gets full, which as you can see, it's not that full for us because they have this nice little window right here. You just simply go and you press that trash can button over your trash can and it empties it out. Works great, opens easily. This is great for any person who has some kind of movement disability and they're not able to clean their floors as they would like. You know, it's easy for them to just simply, one, use a command if you have a Google thing or an Alexa thing or anything like that, and just say, you know, clean the floor, or sweep the floor, whatever command you give it. And then, you know, it goes, it does its thing, and then it docks back. And then what's nice is that it gets under everything too. So like I said, the only issue that we've had really is if anything gets stuck in the bin or in the rollers right there. You know, Legos is a big thing for us that gets stuck. So those are the types of things that you have to worry about whenever it comes to this little guy right here. But as far as everything else, I am loving this robot. Hadn't had to change the batteries, hadn't had to change the rollers, hadn't had to change any of the sensors or anything. The only thing is that I need to get one of those new little side brushes, and that's probably just a couple of bucks on Amazon. So if you guys want to check this out, I'm going to link it up below. You guys go and grab y'all one. Or if you want to see my entire series that I created about this robot right here, from the unboxing to setting it up, the iPhone app, testing it for the first time, go and click this video right here, or this playlist right here of those videos. I'll see y'all in those videos. Thank y'all for watching, and Dad out.